It's business. It's business time. Hang tight, we're gonna get into the business right here in a couple minutes. Baby, baby. It's business. It's business time.
All right, we are here with episode 1 of season 2 with It's Business Time, and we are lucky enough to have a redo with Mr. Michael Davis of the Bullets. Michael, thank you so much for joining us.
So it's 1B.
It's 1B. It's 1B, and as you know very, very well in the world of content and music and all that stuff, things don't always work out, but you know, we like to take one, we'll call it a failure and turn it into a success. So we are actually here on location at Logan House right here for It's Business Time. And yeah, I really appreciate you taking the extra time here to join us and do it the right way.
How could I resist?
Yeah, I appreciate that much. So we have a lot to get into. You are a very diverse musician and person. You have a whole lot of stuff going on. We got Jackie in the house as well, who's helping every step of the way.
Who's that?
Yeah,
Whoa.
Jackie Barcelona back there. And one last thing too, I do want to mention as well, this episode of It's Business Time is sponsored by Infinity Electric, fast, reliable residential service. We appreciate those guys jumping in and helping to keep these episodes on the track. So Logan House, Infinity, Michael Davis, thank you so much for joining us. And with that, let's jump into it. Okay, you have a lot on your plate, a lot of stuff. You guys came back from a tour. You had a Thursday that's moved. You got a lot of things. And because of that, I kind of want to start broadly. I want to start with, I've been enjoying your shows for a long time now. And one of the things that kind of goes through a lot of those shows is that the Bullets are a very, very special band, a very unique band, and a very entertaining band. And so, you know, at the risk of feeling a little redundant from our last interview, I want to hear from you a little bit, like, what is it that keeps you guys driving, that makes the Bullets so special?
Well, luckily, I don't remember the last interview.
Perfect.
Because I have a very short memory span. But what makes us special, I think that we're just a good band to begin with. You know, I mean, the guys I have behind me are solid. That's key. You know, great rhythm section.
Yeah.
Which is, if you don't have a great rhythm section, then you're doomed to begin with.
No doubt. Who we have in the band right now? Let's give him a quick shout out.
Okay, Mr. Paul Ramsey on the drums.
Okay.
Been with us for a couple of years now.
Very nice.
And new bass player Michael Ball. And they're locking in really well. And Pat Kane.
Yeah,
our ace in the hole on guitar.
Yeah.
Teaching me how to play guitar.
Yeah. It's incredible watching you guys. I mean, I can sit here and say what's special about you guys because, you know, there's many nights of the week there are tons of different things I could be doing, and I wind up at you guys' show because the dynamic between you and Pat, it's just so fun watching the communication happening.
Well, I think we're having fun doing it. You know, I think that's probably the main thing. When you ask why are we entertaining, hopefully people can see how much fun we have playing the music,
right? And
that translates to them, and we communicate that to them at least, and hopefully they'll have a good time, you know, watching us. Because we're having fun. They should have fun too. You know?
It's definitely the case, and I mean, you guys were Thursdays at Galuccio's for quite some time. Speaking of fun, you know, you do put on a good show. I'm looking forward to getting to Amsterdam, the album, the Europe tour, and all that. But really, just the local stuff you do. You know, hopping on the bar, trading. You know.
Yeah, that's part of the show. You know, and you don't. I don't do it every night that we play because then it becomes kind of rote. You know, like, oh, he's getting up on the bar again. You know, but there's almost a point like where this crowd deserves it. You know, like, I'm gonna go out and entertain them. You know, go out and play guitar in their faces. And you know, do the tricks. You know, but a lot of music leads up to that. Yeah. Like if you can't play, I think I might have said this before. If you can't play a lick in front of you,
right.
Don't put it behind your head and try to. You know, if you can't play it this way, don't start playing it this way.
Yeah. No, for sure. And for me, I'm a musician as well, and it's like you'd think that gets tiring to see the same tricks each time, but honestly, I've probably seen it 10 times at Nomad, at Galluccio's, all over, and each time it's still just as exciting. I'll be real. I enjoy it a lot.
I have to thank Mark Keneally from Dr. Harmonica and Rocket 88.
Right.
Which is maybe it was the first band that I had like considered a job.
Yeah.
They were playing 4 or 5 nights a week.
Yeah.
He's an entertainer.
Yeah.
Like, he would go out into the crowd, and he couldn't play harmonica behind his head, but the guitar, Tommy Conwell was playing in the band before me.
Right.
And he was, out there, and I saw what he was doing.
Right.
And sometimes you just got to go out there and sometimes Mark would say, sometimes you just got to go out there and get them.
Yeah.
And that's sometimes the case. You just go out and play, entertain. The music's not doing it.
Right.
And maybe the show will,
Right. Well, the big news obviously is, you guys are moving that night here to Logan House.
Yep.
Very, very exciting. Great stage. We're here on the stage here. We got Logan House repping. We got Kid Davis and the Bullets back here, by the way, KidDavisandTheBullets.com. That's where you find everything. But yeah, moving this over to Logan House, I've always loved this spot. I grew up right in the area, so this is really, this is a cool kind of connection for me.
I played here a lot.
Yeah.
Back in the, I guess, early 2000s, I played downstairs. I think I took over maybe Chip Porter's gig on Wednesday nights for maybe a year. I forget exactly how long, but I know I loaded in a lot of equipment in this place.
Right.
But I was downstairs because the upstairs loading.
Yeah. The back steps are not the easiest load in, but the stage is worth it for sure.
Well, life's an adventure, and those back steps, every time you come up them or go down them, it's an adventure.
Well, and here's to the adventure too. Like, this is a good time to mention that you guys got a sponsorship with Stella.
We did.
And to partner with a venue like this on Thursday nights, every Thursday night starting October 16th, and then have a great sponsor in Stella. Tell me, I'm in the space too, and I love the idea of getting a proper sponsor. How'd that happen? How'd that come about?
Well, I drink Stella. I mean, that's my everyday.
Look at that, organic.
My everyday beer. And our manager Jackie got the idea of approaching the Stella people and saying, "Hey, maybe we can get a sponsorship."
Yeah.
And she was successful in that, and they've helped us out a lot. Our shirts.
Yep.
Which you might be able to see there.
Yeah, soft cotton.
On the back, it says there's a little just on the neck. It says Stella. It's subtle.
Oh, very cool.
We appreciate them. Paul Ruggiero helped us out a lot on that.
Yeah, it's a collector's item now too. Yeah. It's like the age of the sponsorship, the soft cotton tees, and I assume you can find all that stuff on you guys' website.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and these shirts, I assume they can get everything on the website, KidDavisandTheBullets.com.
Yeah.
And speaking of merch, you guys brought me a nice little package. By the way, I should mention when any guests bring me, T-shirts and merch, I mean, I can't say I give special treatment. That's nepotism. But I will say I enjoy it. And so you guys got a nice little package here. Got the Stella glass. We got the Kid Davis and the Bullets Amsterdam album sticker. Got a couple other stickers here. I love these logos. That's great. And and I mean all this stuff again, KidDavisandTheBullets.com. And I appreciate you guys coming through a nice little gift pack. It feels, makes me feel special, the swag,
We want to treat you right so you don't
Hey.
you don't trash us in this interview. Ask me.
No, this is not gotcha journalism, I'll say that much. This is definitely what I love about doing this series too is I get a chance to kind of crisscross two of my loves. I love small business. I love kind of the passion it takes to grow something from scratch. And musicians and artists, they are small businesses, It maybe doesn't feel that way because it's a party environment oftentimes, but there's a lot that goes in behind the scenes. Jackie can definitely attest to that. That makes those parties work out, and that keeps those trains on the track. Speaking of which, you took the party over to Europe recently.
Yeah.
And you had a onward and eastward.
Onward and upward.
Onward, upward, and eastward.
Well, it was the onward
with the European tour.
Yeah, the onward and upward part. We were already kind of using that in my conversations with our management, Jackie.
Right.
Before that, and at some point I said onward, upward. When the European trip became perhaps a reality, I started saying onward, upward, and eastward. And I should have had one of those shirts on. I thought about wearing one of our onward, upward, and eastward shirts, but one of those stickers is pretty much the shirt. It says onward, upward, and eastward because people would ask where we were touring. I would say just a little east of Atlantic City.
Right. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this guy.
Onward, upward, eastward.
Yeah, and I'll put a little PDF of everything up here when I hit the editing session. But so tell me a little bit about the tour. I mean, a lot of musicians play and don't get an opportunity to do something that cool. So let us vicariously live through you.
Well, we kind of did that while we were playing. Every day we would put up a mix. Just like a minute of highlights from the night before from where we played.
And that's all on your Instagram and stuff like that? That's at Kid Davis and the Bullets, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure at Kid Davis and the Bullets.
So follow all the socials at Kid Davis and the Bullets.
Yeah. But it was just an amazing trip. For me, just traveling, I love seeing something I've never seen before.
Right.
And this was a trip of mostly things I'd never seen before.
Yeah.
I mean, we spent a couple days in Amsterdam. I've been there several times.
Right.
But just getting out of Amsterdam, because that's whenever I went to Europe, except for last year I visited a friend in a little town, but I usually just stayed in the big cities.
Right.
But this time we got to see most of the Netherlands.
Yeah, the Netherlands is beautiful. I've actually been to Amsterdam as well, and the people, the way the cities are structured, all that stuff is just it's like you're in a movie.
Yeah, but one of the most interesting places we went was in Leeuwarden, which is very far north. It's part of Friesland, which was a totally independent country, and the people were very tall. Yeah, and. Well, in general, people in the Netherlands are the tallest people on earth, apparently.
Right.
But it's very far north. They speak a different dialect up there.
Yeah.
And not that I could understand one Dutch dialect from the next.
All I remember is Dankeschön.
No,
Danke. Sorry, I did German.
The sheen, no.
And my American ignorance is showing.
No, well, I mean, learning anything in Flemish.
Right. Oh yeah.
Is difficult. Even though it's closer, they say, to the English language than the Romanic languages. I've learned some French, way more. I took some French in high school, but learning Dutch, it just sounds so different than American. I learned alsjeblieft, which is if you please, which you can use for hello, goodbye.
Excuse me.
Please,
that's cool. Alsjeblieft.
Well, it's important if you're traveling. Learn it. Try to learn at least a word or two of the language of the country you're traveling to.
So I wish we had a lot more time, right? Because I personally love stories about the overseas and the touring and stuff. But just for those listening, like give us like maybe one of your favorite moments over there musically.
Well, my favorite moment it's we were playing a festival in Breda. In the Netherlands.
Okay.
Beautiful city. And they have a jazz festival that they just have all over town. Right. Stages set up.
Oh, cool.
And we were on one of the stages for the late night show from 9 to 1, something like that, when the whole thing shut down. And so we had 400 or 500 people in front of us. It was just and it was on a street, like facing one building to the other, but there were people squeezed into the area, and the crowd was into it.
Yeah.
And our bass player Bobby,
Yeah.
he was on fire.
Yeah.
He really was. And at some point he said, "I'm Bobby Bloomingdale."
Yeah, yeah.
And that, for me, that's the most vivid memory of that trip.
Wow.
Really. I mean, there were a lot. Some places stood out, like when I was talking about Lee Varden. The club that we played in Lee Varden was great. That was our first gig of the trip. And you get there at 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon to do your setup and your sound and all that, and nobody's there, and you're thinking, is anybody going to come?
Right.
Because nobody knows who we are over there.
Right.
And the place got packed.
Yeah.
And
nice.
they were dancing.
Yeah.
And they were having a great time.
That's the best.
So it's just being. It's hard to pinpoint an exact high point, but just being over there and having people hear you for the first time and responding to you, and letting you know that they appreciate what you're doing. I think American music over there is American roots music, especially, I think, is more appreciated over there than it is here on some levels.
Per capita type thing.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's not I think it's gaining more ground. Maybe it's just because I listen to XPN all the time. WXPN. It seems like there are more people coming out and seeing shows for roots rock kind of stuff.
Right.
Especially, I like bluegrass, especially at this point, is really big.
Well, and from this trip, Kid Davis and the Bullets, Amsterdam, is out. I'm going to show a close-up version of this, but lots of different ways to support these guys. They have, different packages, including vinyls, CDs, album shirts, all sorts of things. Definitely check this out, KidDavisandtheBullets.com. You can support them in lots of different ways. It's not just come out and have a beer, which does support as well. But yeah, you guys got a lot of content out of this trip.
Well, somebody asked me, so does this mean you recorded this album in Amsterdam?
Oh, right.
And no, I wrote a song called Amsterdam.
Right.
And we included that song on the album. Yeah. And that became the consensus of what to call the album.
No, and I love that.
It's just coincidentally, we were going to the Netherlands.
Sorry.
We did 5 out of the 7 gigs that we did over there. Yeah. Were in the Netherlands, and we spent a couple of days in Amsterdam because I love that city. I mean,
that's a solid segue though into the writing new music. You talked a little bit on genre here a moment ago, and what you guys do, and not just being like a rockabilly band. I don't know you as that because I've come to a lot of shows. I've seen Lucky on the drums playing Superstitious, and you guys had me up once to do Pressure Drop and things like that. And so I know you do a lot of different genres, but I heard through a little birdie outside that you're writing a lot of songs right now as well.
I go through phases, I think, where I'll just write a whole bunch of songs, and the band might try them, and you go, well, that one's working, that one's not.
Right.
But I feel like I'm in one of those phases right now. I've been, in the past month, probably come up with 3 songs that seem like keepers. We'll see. Yeah. Because there are so many songs in the whole Bullets repertoire.
Right. Right.
We've recorded over 100 originals.
Yeah. Wow.
And there are still like 50 or 60 at least.
Yeah.
That just never went on record. So I'm sometimes going into the back catalog. Yeah. To see why did this song not work? It was a perfectly fine song, and trying to bring them back. Right. To keep us interested in what we're doing, because we don't want to play the same songs every gig. Yeah. And the people that come out to see us don't want to hear the same songs, especially playing a weekly gig. If you play the same songs every week in the same order, that's not only boring for us, it'd be boring for the people who come out to see us.
Well, that's one of the things from our last interview, that got a lot more attention than we've been able to talk about now, but was just like how to stay fresh every week, how many different songs, how important it is for you to not give people the same set list each time.
Well, I had the luxury of sharing the stage with a guy who between he and I knew hundreds of songs together. Like any old bluegrass tune, we would just say, well, let's play that one and pull it up. And now we have a new bass player. Our repertoire is still well over 50 songs.
Right.
And adding them, adding new songs as we go. We've had this recent layoff because of Galuccio's closing for Thursday, which we've dealt with this. But this is will be our 5th club playing every Thursday in this town.
Wow.
So, like Blue Parrot, Oddity,
Blue
Jackson
Parrot.
Inn, Galuccio's, and
I was
now
there
here.
for the Blue Parrot era and the Oddity era. I was out of town for the Jackson Inn era.
You moved out for a while.
But back for the Galuccio's, and now I'm so grateful to be here for every Thursday at Logan House, because it's a combination of my favorite band and one of my favorite venues.
It's a great venue.
Yeah,
we're looking forward to making it our own.
Let me make a quick correction. One of my favorite bands. I love all you guys out there. Love all you guys. But no, I mean, you guys put on an incredible show. I really do feel honored that we have, someone of your caliber to enjoy every week. A lot of, one thing I remember too from our last, which is something I definitely want to mention. A lot of what's great about the Thursdays, for those who don't know, is because you've been doing it so long, and because we all love your band, it is a little bit like a Delaware industry music night too. A lot of people from different bands, different walks of life, all kind of gather on these Thursdays. And we're going to be able to do that now with this big stage, great lights. We just had Jake Long from Audio Firm through here. By the way, Jake Long and Audio Firm, if you're ever looking for sound, lighting, and production, free shout out, great guy.
Yeah.
And all this stuff kind of getting ready for the next generation of the next thing.
Yeah, we're definitely excited. I mean, I'm excited when I look at it and I see you there, or any other, people from other bands coming out to support us. It's encouraging.
Yeah.
I mean, I go out. You see me.
Oh yeah, you come through.
If I'm not working, I'm looking for live music. I want to see.
Know.
I was here 2 weeks ago when Grace and
Katie Dill. Grace Vonderkoon.
They had a show here, and it was a great night. I love seeing what
they're both phenomenal. Honestly.
I love seeing what the young people are doing.
Yeah.
And they're both killing it.
They're killing it. They're great songwriters too.
Yeah.
Like that to me is a big passion. Like we're in a little bit of a market that likes covers, but to me, the original music. It's really, I have a saying that when you're watching a band play their own original song, that's the only place on the entire planet that's happening.
Yeah. I mean, there's that element to it. And for us, I just feel lucky that, playing as much as we do, that we get to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not a totally original band. We'll throw in covers. Because it's fun playing somebody else's song sometimes. I think most of our gigs are probably 80-20, 80% original, 20% cover tunes.
Yeah.
It could flip at some point if you just feel like playing a bunch of other stuff, It's one of the just great things about having a band that is capable of doing that. You have 40 or 50 or 60 originals that you can do. And then just a slew of cover tunes. We're working at the same time with that. We're working on new original material. I'm throwing in a couple of covers at every rehearsal, just throwing a chord sheet out and say, "Let's try this one."
You got it too, because it reminds.
But new ones for me too, because it's not. It'd be cheating if I just threw out the songs. I mean, I would like for the whole band to learn all the songs that I know.
Yeah.
That's a stretch, but
sorry.
No. Just learning new tunes for me, me having to remember the words and the chords and all, as opposed to the rest of the band having to remember it. It's a good challenge for me, to try to pick a song that I've always liked, and I think, oh, we can cover that.
Yeah, it is good. I mean, and you should never get to a point in your life where you don't feel like there's something to be learned from any song, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, even bad originals, there's gems in there. You just got to bear with it, maybe get to the bridge, whatever it is. But, there really is something in every song. I just had this long conversation with a drummer about how many covers and what style, and I'm like, ultimately, as long as it sounds good and feels good, it's bringing joy, right? And that's a lot of what you guys do during your shows. You bring a lot of joy for sure.
We try.
Yeah.
I like playing on this stage. If I'm not looking back at Paul, the drummer, every once in a while, just to share a smile with him, I'm not doing my job.
Right.
You know what I mean? I need to let him know that we're having fun, right?
Yeah.
And it goes, the whole band. I'll look, and Michael's blocked by pads sometimes.
Right.
But you lean back and look over and go, good job, buddy.
Enough years of playing music, and now whenever I get footage, I always make sure to get the drummer in there because they always get left out. The drummer always gets left out.
But he gets left out. But it's usually like you see half the drummer when when you're looking at the band. You see half the drummer.
Yeah, their hair or their arm or something. But man, I love talking to you. I could talk to you forever. I want to keep these digestible. And so for those who have hung out this long, we appreciate you joining, watching, and I want to make sure to touch on a couple things before we head out here. But of course, starting October 16th, every Thursday, right here upstairs at Logan House, the Bullets. You can find them, Kid Davis and the Bullets, on all socials, KidDavisandTheBullets.com as well. So if it's not a Thursday gig, you can find their schedule right there on Kid Davis and the Bullets. I want to thank Logan House and Infinity Electric for sponsoring this episode. And also, before we roll out, is there anything that we didn't get a chance to touch on? Anything you want to talk about or let people know at home?
Probably.
Okay.
I can't think of anything off the bat.
Well, let's give it one more thank you to Stella for sponsoring the Bullets as well. And so make sure when you're on a Thursday and it's like 5, 6 o'clock, you're getting off work and you're thinking, man, what a long day. You keep it on your schedule. The Bullets are going to be right here at Logan House every Thursday. And Michael Davis, man, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Aaron.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. And I do appreciate, too, the 1B, episode 1B, in taking the time to do this again. That's it for this episode of It's Business Time. Again, thank you to Logan House, Infinity Electric, Michael Davis from the Bullets, and we will see you guys next time.
It's business.